I just read a very sad news of a mother of four here in the UK who has been imprisoned for 10 years for neglecting, leaving her four sons to go outside to do something. And then when she came back, they were all dead because the house caught fire and they were raised in the fire and they died. And it's really sad because as much as I do see the negligence there, but I also see the burden of parenting. And this is why I always tell women, I know that some women have become single parents out of life, out of, just life happening to them. But I still want to sound this advice to women. Please choose the right partner. Single parenting is not easy. I've stayed in this country for a very short time. And even before I came to the UK, I have met a lot of single mothers who are swamped, who are overwhelmed by the realities of being a single parent, especially in this country. You can't leave your underage child to go outside to do something. You can't. If the child dies, you'll go to jail. For example, this woman who was jailed, she went to Sainsbury's to buy food for them. She went to Sainsbury's. Probably the poor woman had thought, maybe they were sleeping. Okay, they're sleeping. Let me just rush and go and buy this food for them. Then by the time she came back, they were dead. And if you just go on Google and you check single mother imprisoned for leaving child, you'll see lots of headlines, lots of news. It is not easy to be a single parent, especially a single mother. And sadly, with the way it is biologically, it's easier for a man to dump his children and run away, which is really sad. And also to the men, please, I beg of you, don't leave your children. I understand that life can happen, marriage can go down, which is quite sad, but please be actively involved in the lives of your children. If you're not there to co-parent, send money to the mother as much as you can so that maybe she can get domestic help. It is so unfair that some of these single mothers go to jail for negligence. And I do understand. I understand because according to the laws of the UK, it's negligence. However, the human part of me still empathizes because it's absolutely not easy. In fact, the burden of parenting is even very heavy for two people, for two parents. How much more one person? Parents still need to call their family members to help them. How much more one person having to do all the school runs for 4 children or 2 children, having to, go work, come back, have to do all of that stuff. Here in the UK, people are paying thousands of pounds a month for nursery. People are paying thousands of pounds a month. For you to even have a domestic staff, then you need to be very rich. How much are people making? So it's really sad. I really hope that women will be very careful in how they choose their partners. Please, I beg of you. I know that in all instances, it cannot always be avoided because life is quite unscripted. I do understand that, but please take your time. Make the right choice. And some people might ask me, why am I focusing on women? I am addressing the gender that gets to bear the brunt of it at the end of the day. Men should be more responsible, but women should be very careful. Be very careful. Please be very careful. I just read a very sad news of a mother of four here in the UK who has been imprisoned for 10 years for neglecting, leaving her 4 sons to go outside to do something. And then when she came back, they were all dead because